Welcome again to one of my second digital forensics video, where I'll be kind of sharing some of the stuff that I'm doing lately, or some things that I'm reviewing, stuff that came out recently, in the community. I I need a name for this type of videos, like some sort of catchy name. I don't know yet. We'll see. But what I want to discuss today is a new open source Python scripts that came out a couple of days ago that allow you to do iOS over here, yeah, some iOS extractions, which is pretty neat. Being open source is great for teaching, so you can understand how extraction works at a deeper level. For validation, if you have the more tools to validate, if you have more tools to validate and to test and all those things, I believe is better, right? So I'm gonna show you the tool where you can get it. I love the name, and I'm gonna put that on screen now. It's from Jack Farley. I've been following his work, for a while now. Pretty neat. I've been using his iTunes backup reader for a while, and now he came out with the Mobile Evidence Acquisition Toolkit (M.E.A.T). So tons of puns to be had. um, but yeah, no, we're gonna. So what I want to do is take the phone, start the extraction so we can see how it works. So I think it's gonna be pretty neat. All right, so this I have also the written version. It will be on my blog, and you can find those puns, a few of those puns there. Dad jokes, unavoidable. All right, so let's say you have your device and you want to do the extraction, and we're gonna use this open source tools. Well, the first thing you need to do is go to Jack's like I said, GitHub repository, and go to the Meet here. You press it, and really easy. You can download all the scripts. Download in a second, and scroll down on the README section, and it'll tell you all the different things you need to know, from prerequisites to how it does some of the things it does, to how to run it. Okay. I wanna make the point that you need to. I'm kind of scrolling quickly, but you can do this on your own. I just want to point out that you want to have Python 3.7.4 or 3.7.2 to do this on a Windows machine. It does not work on a Mac. And you want to make sure that, most importantly, your device, your iOS device, is jailbroken, right? And if you haven't heard about jailbreaking, again, in broad strokes, jailbreaking is being able to have admin access to the phone. So those areas of juicy data that's protected, we can take it out and actually look at it. And make no mistake, M.E.A.T is a great way of doing that. All right. So let's talk about quickly about jailbreaking. There's a great article, and I'm gonna show that all those links in a minute. My friend Ian Within, great forensicator, great examiner, in his blog in Double Black, he teamed up with Shafiq, again a great friend of mine, awesome person all around, and they did a great summary of different ways of getting data or getting devices jailbroken, so you can get data out. So if you look quickly at their blog post, you'll see a bunch of information, what devices are supported with the checkmate exploit, and then you can apply it through checkrain. How to do it? Let me scroll down quickly here to show you some of the screenshots. I mean, step by step, how you go and all the different options if you come across an unsupported device, all that stuff. So read this blog post so you'll know what to do in order to jailbreak the device. I'm not gonna show it. I mean, it's already jailbroken, by the way, but I'm not gonna show it. I don't have the equipment to kind of show it. But the blog post is self-explanatory in a sense, right? It's really clear, well written. You should have no issue jailbreaking your device for this testing procedures. That being said, That being said, I am not advocating for anybody to jailbreak devices. I'm not telling you that you should use this or not use it on cases for your daily work. I'm talking from the perspective of a pure researcher, and make sure you follow and follow completely the rules and regulations of your jurisdictions, your countries, contracts, all that type of stuff. Okay, so I'm not gonna be held liable for that. All right. With that being said, let's do it. So we got our device, and we downloaded the scripts. Let's unzip them real quick, right? Because you know, there's no purpose if they're zipped. So let's just quickly extract it. I hit the there we go, 7-zip. We're gonna extract it here, and there it is. All right. And here are the scripts as shown in the repository. So before I do that, like I said, let's hook up the device. I'm connected. Yes, I connected to the computer. All right. If you haven't connected your device previously to the computer, it will ask you if you want to trust that device, and that's part of how iOS works. You say yes. It will require the code, PIN, password, whatever it is. You type it in, and now that computer you're working on has access to the device, right? So I'm pretty much set. Okay. Now let's look at the scripts here. The main script, it's called M.E.A.T.py, kind of obvious. And let's look at the options. So let's open a command prompt here. I'm gonna scroll it over. Let's minimize some of this so there's less clutter on the screen. And let's make this larger so we can look at it like the wolf, so I could see you better, see you more. All right, that should be good. All right, so where are we? Are we in the right place, right? Yep. So let's look at the help for M.E.A.T, right? I think it's H. Yep. Yeah. All right. Here it is. I want to make sweet ASCII. All right. So we got a help, and what are the options? So we're gonna tell the script that is an iOS extraction, which makes me think, hopefully in the future there'll be other options. Who knows? File system, because we're gonna do a file system acquisition, and where that acquisition is gonna be, done from. So if you read down here, if you don't put nothing on file system path, it will grab all the data from the root of the device, which is what we want, like most of the time. You can also perform a logical extraction, which will limit the extraction to a particular folder in private var. I don't know off the top of my head, but on the README, it tells you it will be in the. Let me zoom in. If you use the logical option, it would only take data out of the private var mobile media location on the device, which includes these data types. Okay, and depending on what you need, you might want to kind of use the logical one. It's quicker, it's faster than taking all the data out of the phone. Okay. And a pretty nice feature is the addition of hashing. So you can hash your files MD5, SHA-1, and it creates a CSV. Okay, so that's pretty neat. So the way I'm gonna do it is without hashing, and I'm gonna use verbose, which I want to see the output on the screen, and that's how we're gonna do it. Oh, and we have the obviously the O option for the output directory where you want it. So before I run it, I want to create an output directory, right? Since I am not lazy, I'm efficient. I'm gonna make a directory right there. So when I have to write the command to run, it's a short command. So let's name it output. I think that's pretty good. Let's make sure it's there. There we go, output. All right, so we're connected. Oh, I should not continue without saying the following. You will see a requirements.txt file. What is that? This is a way for you to install all the dependencies the scripts will need to run. It will download certain things that will enable the whole thing to work. I already installed it on this machine, so you won't see a progress bar or anything. It's gonna just complain, telling me, hey, it's already here. But I want to show you how it's done. It's fairly easy. Like I said, we have Python installed previously, so we can just go pip install. If I could type install, right? -r, so we can go through the whole thing, and requirements.txt. And when you hit that, it will get all these different libraries, dependencies, packages, whatever it may be. As you can see here, it's already satisfied because I did it previously. But in your case, this is the first time running this set of scripts. You'll see everything being installed. And here it's telling me that I need to upgrade my pip version, which I will do at some point, but not now. All right. That being said, I think now we're really ready. So let's kick it. So let's just call our Python here. We're gonna call the main script. We're gonna tell it we're doing iOS extraction. We want the file system. Since we want everything, I'm not gonna give it a location. I'm not gonna put the logical option because I want everything. I gotta tell I'm not doing hashing, so I'm not gonna put MD5 or anything like that. I want the output to go to the output folder, easy to write, and I want it to be verbose. I think that's neat. I think we're good. So let's run it. You will see that immediately you notice information about the phone, and now you see all your data starting to read and then extract. Since I'm doing verbose, it's gonna take a little while. For my device, this device that I have here in my hand, it took about 90 minutes to get all the data out. Again, I'm using verbose. You take the verbose option out, so it doesn't send data to the screen. It's gonna be a little bit quicker. Be aware that if you have an older iPhone, or in my case, I have an iPhone here that it was a little bit older, but I also did an upgrade to it. It might cause some problems, and that's okay. No software it's 100% 100% of the time. And I will say this: I'm really impressed with the work Jack did on this, because even though it's his first release, the amount of devices, especially like recent ones, work like this one without a hitch. It just pulls out all this data. I'm highly impressed by his work. I'm highly impressed because I believe we need more and more open source tools that do this type of work for us to understand how it is, so we can learn from people like Jack for validation, for testing purposes. I think it's fantastic. I know that Jack, and in any way that I can help, we will try to start giving more support to a little bit older devices and go from there. Alrighty. Now, like any cooking show, we're not gonna wait 90 minutes for this. I don't want to hear myself for 90 minutes. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna stop this, and again, like a cooking show, here we put the turkey in the oven, and now I'm gonna show you the turkey when it's cooked. So I'm gonna stop this. I have here, let me go to my D drive. So just let me bring it up. All right. So here I have already a pre-cooked turkey. Here's the output folder. When you go there, you'll see here, it's kind of small. Let me see if I can. I'm gonna make this a little bit bigger. You'll see here extra large icons. Yeah, iOS file system and the M.E.A.T log, right? And you open the M.E.A.T log, and it's what you would expect, which I really appreciate. Information about the device, and then all the files that were pulled out. I mean, great detail, and obviously the private bar, the private directory. That's what we're really after. That has all the different applications and user-generated data in there, right? And then it will end, and that's it. All right. Let's go into the iOS file system, and what you see is what you would expect, right? All the different directories from that file system. Success is pretty neat. You can do your analysis. You can feed this file system to your tools, to your commercial tools. In my case, I leap for M.E.A.T, and I leap for M.E.A.T because I got my own little parser called iLeap, and I run it, and it's a lot of synergy, right, between open source tools, with which I appreciate. I'm gonna run iLeap, and just to show you that the type of data you can get out. So we have our extraction, and in this case, I'm gonna pull that extraction over. Let me just clear it. Let me bring it out here. All right, so I got my iLeap installation on my box, and again, like a great cooking show, I have my this is I want the well, I have the command that we're gonna type already pre-written. So let's go get it. Let's copy that, and let's throw it in here, and we're gonna go. I'm using the command line version of iLeap because it really works great with a really nice workflow. You move from the command line from M.E.A.T to the command line from iLeap and produces you a nice output of parsing, and that's something that I will try to work on. See if I can work with Jack and maybe automating the passing of the handing of the baton from M.E.A.T to iLeap, so it's seamless. So that's I haven't told him yet, but hopefully he agrees. And you can see here it's already parsing mobile installation logs. Again, cooking show. I'm not gonna let it. It takes a few minutes, but I'm gonna show you the end product. So I'm gonna close this down because I have already a pre-done report. So here's iLeap. Do your report folder. Look for that index.html, and here's your report. I'm gonna show you just two quick reports that I like that are unique kind of to iLeap. The position of the icons on your device. For example, mobile here on screen 0, mobile mail, mobile cal, slideshow, the camera, right? Calfab calendar. Let me see if you can see it here. There we go. So the values here on the tables correspond to the different icons on it. So you have an idea how the user organizes this stuff on the screen. It might give you clues in regards to what things are of interest for that person, especially if they're in directories or folders. Like this one here, this folder, let me zoom in so you can see better. A little bit more. Alright, like this one here, folder, extras, right? And this is screen number 1, which is the next one. So, and you can see here in extras, you can see compass, tips, and all the others. Alright? Display name extras and display name folder. So this is the default, but the display name is folder. There we go. So let me see if you can see it here. You see the folder there and inside of it, right? And again, this is not an iLeap thing. It's a M.E.A.T thing that we're talking about. But I'm just showing that I think that'll be it. I'm just showing that the extractions are good. You can parse them with your tools. You can parse them with open source tools and get a lot of value out of it. I mentioned last video, I'm remaking the reporting part of iLeap, so it looks really professional. And Yogesh has done great work on it. I think I have him in my notes. If not, I'm going to add him. And let me show you the notes for the today's kind of episode, for lack of a better term. I did not put Yogesh here, which I need to do. So we'll do it right now. All right. So again, the takeaways. Another way of validating, researching open source. You can get underneath that hood, work on that engine, and figure it out. You got also open source reporting, parsing in iLeap. You got here, let me zoom in, a great checkra1n jailbreaking guide with Ian's and Shafiq's blog post, recommended reading. Here are Jack's different tools and where you can find him. This is where you can find me. And again, I missed Yogesh. He's done great work in iLeap, which is my Android parsing tool, and iLeap, which is my iOS one. And I'm taking some of that work that he put in on that code base, and I'm repurposing it. So Yogesh, again, I can't thank him enough for all his work, because these type of tools, they're community tools. That what makes them great. we all come together um, and make things better. So it's swiftforensics.com, and also Swift Forensics as a Twitter handle. So, and this will be part also of the notes in the YouTube video. All right. Well, thanks again for watching. Hopefully this kind of preview of the tool was helpful. Use it. Let me know what you think. Let's get together in Twitter, and let's keep talking about it. Thank you so much.